lovelies, it is time to dish with D. That's me. It is Saturday. It is time for the WW weigh-in and meeting topic du jour. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. We dish WW lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. Any way you find a way to get there is your personal choice. I just help you with light, delicious food and mega support. I lost 100 pounds on the WW plan. Actually, it was the personal, well, no, it wasn't personal points. It was the Freestyle Blue plan. It's where I lost all my weight. It is a plan that I hold near and dear to my heart, and I do miss it terribly. But we're on personal points right now, trying to trudge our way through. How was your weigh-in? Oh, I weigh in. Well, I didn't go. I don't know when the last time I was at a meeting. I don't think it was 2 weeks. It's been a while. So I was down from what I weighed last week. But with Weight Watchers, I guess I must have been further down than this. So I was up there, but down. Well, in my mind, I was down a half a pound because that's what I want compared to last week. So yeah, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I lost from last week, but WW, they don't recognize my weight when I put it in. I get the wins and stuff, but they don't get the numbers in the system. I don't understand why that is, but I don't know. So I'm down a half pound, so I'm happy with that. So I think this is I grabbed the last 3 weeks recipes because I don't have them, but I think this is this week's beef carnita tacos. And there is the little doodad. These are the other ones I will share from last couple weeks, last time I was there. Grilling collection, Brussels sprouts, grilled gnocchi with vegetables, looks amazing. Baby peppers, oregano with vinaigrette, stuffed pears. Oh, those gnocchi look like that's going to be a must make. And honestly, you could use the cavatelli in the frozen pasta section. I think it's lower in points than gnocchi in case. Or you can use the Trader Joe's cauliflower gnocchi, but I'd rather use, I want gnocchi. You know, I like the cauliflower gnocchi, but the girl loves her gnocchi. And I didn't see this one either. Kung Pao skewers. There's a little doodad. I don't know if I said the doodad for this. I don't know if I did, but I'll do it anyway. They're showing the grilled gnocchi and vegetables. Okay. Oh, they're giving you other recipes. So I think if you hit that, it might take you to, these are all in your app. So if you have a app for WW, you can get there. And also, anybody that's local, you know, lives in my area, you're invited to a free WW meeting on Saturday, June 25th at, doors open at 7:45. Meeting starts at 8:30. You can meet my leader, Marianne, and you're invited to an open house. So if you're local in my area and want to come meet me and Marianne and come to a free WW workshop, come to Turnersville, New Jersey, and join us for the 8:30 workshop. But you get there at 8 o'clock, get weighed in, you can sit for a free workshop. So I am inviting you, and Marianne is inviting you. So come join us. Come sit with me and Rose. We would love to have you if you're local. Doesn't cost you anything. Like I said, it's always good to see what's going on. And you get a free bag of chips. I got a free bag today. These are the WW Crunchy Potato Stacks Ranch Veggie Snaps. 2 points for this bag. I was like, yeah, give me a free bag. I'm all for that. So let's get to the topic. We've talked entirely too long. All right, how to find portions that work for you. Not for me, for you. All right, Nicole. Nicole must be the new girl here. Kristen Fisher must have left the company, but is what it is. All right, well, we'll let you in on a secret. When it comes to filling your plate, there's no right amount of oatmeal, ice cream, or any other types of foods. It's all about choosing portions that work for you. And in a nutshell, some people could eat unlimited oatmeal and be fine, and some people can't eat unlimited oatmeal and be fine. You'll know what works. I can't have unlimited anything like pastas or the oatmeal as a 0-point food because it just doesn't work for my body. I think because I'm over 50, I don't metabolize those kinds of foods as well as I used to. So for me, I can't do that, which is sad. It is very sad, but you know, you'll learn, you'll see, you'll change your 0-point foods to see when you do better, you know, or how you feel and how you look. I mean, if the scale doesn't reflect it, but you feel and your clothes fit better, it's a win. Don't remember that scale does not define everything. Try this. Serve yourself a scoop of usual amount of ice cream or other go-to foods. Size it up. Measure how much you typically eat. Use your scale or measuring cups. Check the personal points value. Say it's 3. Head to the WW app and see how that portion size impacts your budget. Reflect and revise. Does that amount work with your budget? Cool, keep it as it is. If not, adjust until you find a sweet spot. I mean, I don't know anybody who's not measuring ice cream. I don't think ice cream is a 0-point food. I'm not sure why they used ice cream. We should be tracking, especially ice cream. Weighing and measuring, though, they will tell you you don't have to measure your 0-point foods. Weigh and measure. I think if you're over, I guess I agree with anything. If the scales, let's put it this way, if the scale's not moving, start measuring your 0-point foods. 0-point foods have calories. They absolutely do. And I mean, did I gain weight eating chicken and fish and vegetables and fruit? No. I got heavy eating way too much of a portion and too much of the wrong types of foods and the way they were prepared. Like, I didn't care if it was fried. I didn't care if it had a bunch of sauce and cheese on it. Now I'm a little bit more conscious and like to have things broken down and putting the amount that I want on top. You have to, if you're doing well, then ignore this whole topic, because if it's working for you, it's working for you. If it ceases to work for you, then you need to go and reevaluate. I think that's what they're trying to get with it. If you're fine, you're struggling, maybe we need to reevaluate our portions. Now, portions are different than serving sizes. Serving sizes are what's listed on the package from the manufacturer. And if you notice, the serving size is always the same for the same product, like with cereal. Every box of cereal has the same serving size. But portions are something that you deem what you want to eat. That's my portion. So you have to do the difference between portions and serving sizes. Serving sizes is that we deem points because of the serving size that the manufacturers recommend. So let's dive a little deeper. Ever looked into around a barbecue and noticed that your servings looked nothing like your friends, families, or members' spreads? There's nothing to worry about it. What keeps one person feeling full and within their budget can be very different than from what works for someone else. There is no end-all, be-all amount of food that you should be eating, which is true because some people metabolize foods differently. I don't metabolize carbohydrates as great as I used to, and I know this. I try to limit carbs, be conscious, don't limit, conscious of carbohydrates, as you know. I'm trying to be more wheat flour. I don't like whole wheat pasta, but if I'm not having sauce, I will go for the whole wheat pasta because I don't mind it. But try to emulate the white in my life, the white flour, the white sugar, though I do use a lot of monk fruit. I do. But that's not really sugar. Does that really count, monk fruit versus white sugar? I don't know. But they say those things are just hard to metabolize. So I try to I have whole wheat. I use the Bob's Red Mill whole wheat pastry flour. It's a lot lighter and not quite as, shall I say, earthy as regular commercial whole wheat flour that you buy off the shelf. So if you're ever in the Bob's Red Mill section, I would say check out the whole wheat pastry flour. It's lighter. It makes, I use it a lot in Hungry Girl muffin recipes, and her mug recipes are really, really good. The key here is finding those right for you portions, also known as the balance between how much food you want to eat and how much points you have to stay within your budget, especially when it comes to the foods you eat often. You may want to keep your measuring tools on the counter until you eyeball things with a second thought. Again, if you weigh and measure enough, you trust me, you know what a tablespoon looks like. You just do. If you do it, but if you're not doing it, you need to practice it, and then you will definitely. And if you're over by a smidge here or there, is it really going to matter? No. Having those amounts locked in can give you the serious confidence when it comes to knowing how much you can actually eat. It's like when you're not home. Unless you go out with measuring spoons, you don't know how much. You're going to generalize what a tablespoon, what a half a cup, what a quarter cup looks like. So the more you do it at home, the more you can do it out and then at people's houses and barbecues and all fun stuff like that. Try to check in with your portion sizes regularly. If one of those tools that can go around on your journey, and it is true regardless of where you are and at the moment, you could be making moves towards your goal at a plateau or struggling. Think of this as a reliable anchoring, forcing you to force no matter how the waters are churning for you. Churning waters, that confused me. But yes, if you're definitely Goals, plateau, and struggling are 3 words that if you're right close to goal, if you're struggling, if you're at a plateau, how do we break a plateau? By knowing exactly what we're eating. And they really should be practicing this more. They don't say enough. I mean, my leader does, but a lot of people don't really talk about portions as much as they should. 0-point foods are not 0 calories. And yeah, you can sit there and eat all the grilled chicken you want. Is it really going to matter? Honestly, I don't think so. But things like yogurts, pastas, rices, a banana. You know how much carbs are in a banana? So things like that. So avocado. If avocado is your 0-point food, it's very high in fat. When it was my 0-point food, I had the same amount of avocado that I did when I had to count it. A point's worth of avocado is plenty of avocado for your avocado toast. It truly is. And when you realize, like, when you're not denying yourself, see, there's where the problem lies. When we don't have something and then we go to have it and then we have way too much of it. If you could fit it in all the time, you don't desire it as much. So I think for the people living in the diet mentality world where they don't allow themselves to have something, and then when they go to have it, then, I might have picked too much. Well, maybe if you had that a little bit more often, you wouldn't want to be there picking at it because you have it. The more you deny yourself something, the more you want it. That's a known fact. So I live in the real world where, I'm going to be eating these kinds of foods. I'm going to be, so I try to fit little of them in as much as I can during the week. Is it easy? No. Does it take work? Yes. Does it take practice? Yes. Does it take discipline? Yes. So we have to be practiced, we have to be disciplined, and we have to give ourselves a little bit of life. I think some people don't live enough in the moment, and they live too much in their head and how they think that they should be, and the reality is that's not how life goes. And if you live it's just hard. It truly is. So dropping an anchor is this month's theme. All right, dropping an anchor. So that's your anchor. Your anchor is you go back. If you're having problems, you go back to weighing and measuring everything. And if you think that's a real problem, like, I don't want to weigh and measure everything. I feel more like I'm on a diet then. It's not, to me, it's more accountability. You have to know what you're eating. You have to know the amounts of certain things. Certain things are olive oil, butter, avocado. They're all things that we need to know how much we're having. It's just because you have to have a balance. And the way we achieve balance is knowing what we're eating. And, it's just, I don't even know what to say because I feel like I'm repeating the same things every week. And that's what these topics do. They kind of reinforce the same thing in a different direction. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I do weigh and measure a lot of things. I was thinking about, I've been spraying my olive oil with a sprayer, and I often wonder, do I really know how much I'm getting? I don't. Honestly, I don't think it's that much, but do I know? I don't. I can't sit there and tell you, it's definitely. So, but, and that's why we have weekly points. And I really feel like some of us live in that we don't touch our weeklies. We don't touch our weeklies. We don't touch our weeklies. Well, if that's the world you're living in, I want to sit here and tell you that's not a reality. You have to dip into those for things like your olive oils and your coffee creamer. That's another thing people free pour, is coffee creamer. I'm so glad I don't drink coffee because I don't know. I would think I would love coffee cream. I think I would. I would want my coffee to have cream in it. And that's a hard one. How do you not have cream? I mean, it's like nobody wants black coffee. It's disgusting. So you have to find a balance of maybe cutting back on some of that. Maybe not having the full serving of cream that you're used to. Maybe if you just have half of it and see how it goes and see if it's something you can. And do things take a while to get used to? Yes, they do. They definitely. It's not like you're going to like it the first time out. You're not going to like it the first time out. You definitely have to give it a couple of days and see if you can, and then maybe once, I was going to say once a week, treat yourself. But you know what? When you do the treat yourself, then you go back into that old habit. So I don't know if that one, I'm going away from the treating myself thing because I feel like I go right back into the old mindset. So I've been into fitting things in and just enjoying what I have. And maybe there was the occasional splurge. We have a wedding next week. So I'm not sure when the weigh-in will go up now that I think about it. Well, you know what? I could probably get it filmed and probably upload on the way up. That's what I'll probably do. I'll probably upload it in the car on the way up to the wedding because we have to leave here probably about 11 o'clock. So, and there's things I have to plan. So I have to plan for that. There is a wedding next week. I have to save points. And yes, I'm going to have an adult beverage. You know what? I was at a bridal shower last week. I had a wine. I had one wine because yeah, it's high in points, and I thought to myself, but you know what? It's one wine. If I don't have any, then I'm on a diet, and I'm not. I'm on a lifestyle, and I would have had. Old Denise would have had at least 3 of those. They were in the cans, these little fizzy things. I would have had at least 3, maybe 4, but I had one, and I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying it, and I that sucker lasted me a long time. It lasted me over an hour and a half, which is pretty good for a little, you know. I was pretty proud of that. So be proud of yourself for making things like that. And don't always look at the fact that, oh, my week was horrible. What good things did you do this week? What did you do right? And stop saying what I did wrong. Because I bet you did a lot more things right than you did wrong. But we always focus on what we did wrong. Focus on what you did right. And that's what I did. Focused on what I did right. And that's what you have to. You have to look at the positive things. It propels you to go to the next week. If you look at everything on the negative side, you're not going to continue. And this totally isn't on the topic, is it? But that's what we do here. We make our own topics. So that's it. Let me know how you did this week. Let me know what you did right this week. Put it down below. I want to hear it because I know you all did something right. And that's what you need to be proud of. Don't focus on, oh, I did this or the scale said that, but what did you do right? And build on that for next week. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy these meeting topics, I'll say what I eat. I wasn't eating. Give this video a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. We do these once a week. We do lots of other fun things. They're all listed below. There's always some fun videos coming after. There's always listed. Go check out one of those. And I will dish with you another day, my lovelies.